Hi, this is Shreeya Dhakal and I'm here to start with the demonstration of ASE module, which is Advanced Software Engineering. So I have already mentioned my details in here, which is for my email, my name, my student ID, and the course name. I have already mentioned it here. Now let's get straight up started with the actual project. So for the first one, which is the unit test project setup in the Visual Studio. I have unit test project setup in here. So yes, with it, I have not done any of the unit testing. So I'm going to go no with it. So let's start up with the implementation part. Appropriate UI, explain your okay. Let's start with my UI, which is the user interface. I have one command line here. This is my display window and this is my program window. So for the command line, we type one line command in here, press enter. This get execute in the output window. And for the program window, we can type like multi-line commands, more than one line command, and it get executed, it gets displayed or executed here uh, in a loop. So whatever we command we write in the program window, it shows here one by one, and we can only type one command at a time in the command line. We also have load and save button to save and load the text files that we'll talk about in the later part. So yeah. So yes. So first of all, let's see if the commands in the command line actually get executed. So let me run it. Um, so the square I have typed for the square and it's getting displayed here. So the command is working and it can be executed. Let's try with the examples in here. Like if yeah, it did get executed, but let's see if there's an invalid command, if it shows an invalid error or not. Yeah, because circle x is not available. Circle x is not available, and for the circle alone, it showed wrong parameter, not wrong parameters, because circle should have two parameters and it didn't had any at the beginning. Same goes for the rectangle. Incorrect number of parameter, because rectangle should have two parameter, so it had only one of it, so it did show the wrong number of parameters. So invalid command can be reported and invalid parameter as well can be reported. Let's see if draw to command works. Draw to, yeah, it is working. So let's go with it. Let's see if move to command works. I don't have any cursor here. So to check if this command worked, I need to circle 40. Okay, so see, I have created a circle here, which is like which is where the move to command cursor must have been in around here, so it created a circle around here. So move to command did work. So let's see if the rectangle, triangle, or any sort can be done. Rectangle 50. Yeah, rectangle got created around the circle. The circle is already created. Let's go for try 50, 50, 50. I don't think any angle would have 15. No, of course 50, 50, 50 doesn't work. So let's go with 60, 60, 60. No, it didn't work it either. Let's clear all and go for triangle 60, 60, 60. Oh wow. 67, 30, 70, 80. Okay, wrong number of parameters. Yeah, the triangle did get created. It was not created at the beginning because maybe the yeah, the parameters or the value I have entered must have not been valid to enter to create a triangle. So a rectangle, circle, and triangle can be drawn. Let's see if different kind of pens. I'll try with red pen. If I type in red here and execute it, the red pen now gets activated, and circle. My next command, whatever command I type, it's gonna go with the color red. Let's try with color yellow. Yeah, I do have color yellow. Let's try line 70 comma 60. So this is the line which has been created uh, with the color yellow. Let's try color green and a square 40. So square has been created around that. So three colors are working. So three different color paints. Fill and brush, I have not worked on that, so I'm going to go no with it. And now let's see if reset works. I don't have any sort of cursor here, so I have to go and try again. Circle 25. See, the circle got created at the very top, so it means a reset command is working and the cursor is at the very top of it. So let's clear the command area and see if it works. Yeah, it did. Everything that was ever here is now gone, vanished. Poof. So yeah. And now we have seen the command area. Now let's see if the program area works. Let me copy this, take it here, and run. Yay! It did get created, but what just happened here? My program did get created. Whatever I typed in here, it got displayed after I the run command. It executed the command in here. There's a rectangle, there's a circle, there's a draw to 200. Yeah, so this did get the program window did read and execute the command. Let's see if my save and load button, which are here, works. So for the save button, the everything I say, I type in there, come and get saved in here, which is in the um, not downloads. Yeah, this is this one, which is empty at the moment because I just cleared it. Let's see if it gets saved again. Let's save it. There's a label which said file saved successfully. I'll go in there and see. Yeah, the it got here saved successfully. It's again here now. Let's remove it. Load. We can load any file, like literally anything, but I know that's not going to work, so I'm going to go with this again. So yeah, we can save and load file as well. Now let's go and see the actual code. Let's start with the classes first. Um, in my project, I do have a lot of classes made like for different shapes, but it didn't. I could not go through it. I could not complete what I started, so I ended up with the canvas and form class only. We also have the form 1 designer and form the 1 design class, but this is the UI interface, and this is made by pulling up all the tools, which is somewhere here. Yeah, toolbox, and you just pull up the tools, place it in here, and now we have the UI interface, and the code for this interface is created in the form 1 designer. So I have only worked on the canvas and the form class. So let's start with the canvas first. This class is basically for handling everything that in the graphic system. This is for handling the drawing system that I have created in this program. The graphic G here, it is the place where every drawing or everything that's happening get passed on. It gets everything happening. It everything that happens, it happens here, and it get passed on to the canvas class for checking it or to like see what's happening. So the every pen that I have used, it's in here. The brush is here. I have not used the brush, but to fill up the form I should have used brush, but I didn't. The pens are here. This is where from where the this I have set up the uh, color for the command. So when in the form class, when I go for color red, the color that for go for red, the color that dot red gets executed, which gave me the red pen. So this is how it's working. This for reset, when I go for reset in the command line, this is what's happening. Everything's going back to 0. And similar cases with the different mathematical equation, like not complex one, it's very simple and very easy one, but still with different mathematical equation, the whatever graphics we are drawing, like line, square, circle, rectangle, triangle, whatever graphics we are going for, these are all done here mathematically first. So when I go for draw rectangle, it checks for the first of all it checks for the pen, then for the first x and y position, and for the width and width. This is for the square. So for the width, because square has same length and breadth, so it checks for width and it draws the square accordingly. So every mathematical equation is happening here. So this is the canvas class here, handles everything, handles every drawing system. So what's happening in the form class? In the form class is where the actual work is happening, where the actual implementation of the work is happening. So the bitmap is the graphic area which we have said here. The bitmap is where the actual drawing happens. Even though I am using picture box and I have this huge picture box to be to display every uh, drawing, it doesn't get displayed all the way through every corners. It get displayed around this area which I have set up for the bitmap. So the initialize component, this calls everything from the designer classes. My canvas is like creating object of canvas class, passing bitmap to draw on it. And this is where the command line execution happens. So when I press enter, this is happening. The code is being the code is being executed. So uh, this line is here to make sure that every user has an uniform input, and again goes for, this is for like splitting users and assign user input and assigning to array. This goes for signals that this signals that index object of array index 0 is the main command. And similarly, these are all the variables that should be done. This is where the if more than one parameter if there's more than one input, assign parameters to inter array under one of split. So this is where this is where the for loop has been used uh, by you this is where the for loop has been used to go through all the parameters one by one and check it. So so this is from here the actual execution of the code starts. So if the command is the command line split. So when the command is the text that goes in the command line. So when the command is equals to line, it goes and check for the parameter. If there are two parameters, then it get executed. If there are not two parameters, then the message box display which shows the uh, incorrect number of parameters are entered. Like if less than two or more than two are if less than two or more than two parameters are applied, because parameters should be two. Same goes for square, circle, rectangle, triangle, everything. Also, for I also have like reset, clear, move, and draw to in if else. I have used everything in if else. So if this doesn't if this if else means, first of all it checks whether it's on this line. Then it goes checks it is this line. It checks if it this line. If nothing of it happens, then it goes and shows this message wrong command. So it checks for if else checks like line by line. It checks from top to bottom. So I have used if else for executing the commands in the lines. Also for a reset, clear, move, and draw to everything. It is in if else. For colors as well. So check for colors. If this color, then go and use this pen. If this color, then go and use this pen. I have used it. And for the program window, I have also done the program window code in the if else under the command line, because program window the command in the program windows are executed when the run is typed in the uh, command line. So when there's a run happening, everything that's been set from here, when enter key is pressed, whatever should have happened when enter key is pressed in the command line, the same thing it goes for the program window as well. So I have just copied paste everything in here, change some of the variable name because same variable be could not continue the process. So I have copied everything, I have kept everything same, checked for rectangle, check for triangle, and go for like the reset, clear, move to command, or for the pens. And if there's nothing, then go and show the wrong command. So it is the same for it all. So then again, I also have load save and load button, and this is where the code for it is. This is for loading. It goes and read the file. This line goes and read the text file and call it in there. This is where the file saving code happening. So my file can only be saved on c sharp file.txt because I have assigned this directory for my file to be saved. And also there's a label to say file saved successfully after the file had been saved. So these are arguments are not required. It's just my mistake to double click it and it's here. So this is my every code. That's my code. Let's go and see. I have multiple classes. I did explain. I did use more than 5 version control. Let me show you that as well. Mm, I have my command more than 5 of my commands. I have 6 of it. First day of commit, I didn't do it until the late. So yeah, link to screenshot of commit page. I don't know how to do it, but I'll learn it and do it for sure. And I don't have XML comments in your code in my code as well. So this is all that I have done, and this is the end of my demonstration for the project. Thank you.